8:32 to go in the game, 16-14 Blazers. Snap. Cedric. Still in speed, he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Cedric O'Neal with the touchdown. Just went in pretty much untouched. I had to wait because I thought Caleb might have kept it, but
he stepped over that. When he got past that one man, he put on afterburner.
The David Dean Show, your weekly look at Valdosta State University Blazer football. Here's your host, Dick Rocky, along with head coach David Dean, for a look at this week's Blazer football action.
Hello and welcome to the David Dean Show. I'm Dick Rocky with the head coach, Valdosta State 23, Lenoir-Rhyne 21, an undefeated team. Coach only lost one game in that's the first loss they've had since the national championship game last year. But what a heck of a football team, and that offense they ran was it was almost unstoppable at times, it seemed like.
Well, there was a reason why they were leading the country in rushing. They're outstanding in what they do. Their quarterback is very, very good in running in the offense, and they got three great running backs behind him, and a very good offensive line. And we knew we had our hands full. And, we didn't play a great offensive football game, but we played well enough to keep them off the field at times and scored when we had to. And, once again, Anthony Pastelli comes up big for us in hitting all those field goals.
And, I was telling people, if I gave you the stats to the football game, you've made me feel stats don't mean anything. If you looked at the stats, did not give them the score, they would ask you, how much did you lose by? I mean, they had 400 yards rushing the football, but your defense only gave up 2 touchdowns.
That's right. Well, that's the proof right there that stats mean nothing in the ball game. It's all when you make your plays in the game and making more plays than the other team makes, and that's exactly what we did. Our defense, although they did give up a lot of yards, when they got down in the red zone, they weren't able to score. And they played a great football game. They limited their big plays, which is what they had been doing a lot this year. And, offensively, we were able to run the ball when we needed to, and we hit some big third down conversions on some passes that continued drives to keep their offense off the field.
And they really didn't eat the clock up as much as they might. I think the last touchdown drive was a long time-consuming drive, but the others were 2-3 minutes, which is really not long for them. But it was just surprising when you look at everything. How did we win that football game almost?
Well, it's really funny when you go back and you look at it. They started a lot in our end of the field and had to drive the length of the field, where a lot of times we got the ball around midfield or the 40-yard line and only had 50 or 60 yards to go, which made a big difference. We didn't have to move the ball as far as they did. And we knew they were going to get the yards, but like I said, was limiting their big plays is exactly what we did.
And then offensively, you moved the ball pretty well. You lost Jake. Caleb came in and did. Caleb Stain, he played well again.
Right.
And but we left some opportunities out there. That first fumble recovery and settled for 3, and that sort of gets you concerned right off the bat.
Well, we should have scored there. We had a big play on our defense and getting that turnover and starting inside the 20-yard line, and we just didn't convert that. We ended up getting the field goal. But we had a couple early in the game where we just had some drops. We had a drop on a third down play that would have extended a series, and then we miss a block here and there. We miss a couple of holes here and there. But for the most part, we settled down in the game. We were really emotional before the game. We finally started to settle down and play a lot better football offensively.
All right, Coach. We're going to hear from one of your seniors again when we'll be back with some more about the first half.
I'm Fred Williamson, senior linebacker from Atlanta, Georgia. You're watching the David Dean Show. Go Blazers!
Welcome back to the Coach Dean Show. Coach, going into the first half here, we'll talk about that just a little bit. You lost the toss. They deferred, kicked off, and from there, the first drive was okay.
Yeah, it was. We got a first down and moved the ball a little bit, but then ended up having to punt. And we ended up getting a good punt. They come out in the third play. They throw the ball on third down, and we strip the ball. They make the catch, the first down, but Kenny Moore strips the ball, and we actually have a chance to pick it up and run it into the end zone for a touchdown, and we fumble it around. And then that's where we end up recovering it. Don't capitalize on that, which was really disappointing. We really needed to go up 7-0 on those guys, and we didn't do it. We had to settle for a field goal. And then they put together a great drive down the field and score and go up 7-3 on us.
Yeah, and I think people, when they saw this, I think everybody was looking at it, maybe a high-scoring game, but both defenses were good. They got their yards, we got ours, but I think probably when folks saw that score 7-6 at the half, they're thinking, wow, what's going on up there?
Well, everybody talks about how good their offense is, but their defense is very good. They had a good front. Their corners are excellent cover guys. Their secondary tackles very well. They had a great scheme against us, going into the ball game. They did a really good job of watching film and scheming up some things to try to take some things away, and we were able to make some adjustments, and our players did a good job of adjusting to try to create some opportunities for us later in the ball game.
And you mentioned Pastelli. It's just been an unbelievable season for him, and MVP is a big word, but he's done some big things for this team, especially the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Well, there's no question. He's come up big, especially the last 2 weeks. I think somebody in the post-game press conference said he's kicked 7 field goals in the last 2 weeks, which is, I love Anthony Pastelli, but I don't want him to kick in that many field goals. We need to start getting some touchdowns in the end zone. It's going to come back to hurt us. But, we've got a lot of confidence in Anthony and the way he's kicking right now.
And he's kicking off and punting too, and all 3 were good. Had a couple bad snaps that he was able to get airborne.
Well, he did. He had a really good punt there late in the ball game, which we got great coverage on and forced them again to have to drive the length of the field. Probably his best punt was his last punt of the day when we were trying to pooch him down in there and force them to go about 90 yards, and he hit it and it got up in the wind and it went out of the back of the end zone. But what a threat he's been, and we're very proud to have him.
All right, Coach, let's take a look at the first half.
So here we go. This game is underway. The winner goes on. The loser is done. It's a return from the 4-yard line. Nick Davis at the 10. Nick at the 15, trips up short of the 20 at about the 17-yard line. Shift the tight ends out each side, one each side. Going to throw it out here in the flat. Catch is made to 20, 25, 26. Got to get 7. Jake looking to throw. Down the flat, got a man out there, and another good tackle over there, and the Blazers going to have to punt the football. Quarterback keeps it, flips it out. We're trying to get over there, and we're over there. Good job by Valdosta State's Kenny Murphy. Quarterback rolls back, wants to throw, looks to throw, and does throw. Catches made, balls on the ground. Blazers pick it up and have the football, then we lose it, and I think we fall on it again. Ho. Snaps there, the holds there, the kick's up. Kick's good, Dick. Second down. Little toss sweep, got a block of the shirts out there blocking, and he's hit hard and break down. Good job, Isaiah Gresham. Quarterback keeps it, he's hit, and he's going to be, he's not going to be tackled, but then a good play over on the sidelines. Snaps there, holds there, kicks up, and no good, Dick. He missed it. Sherman with the blitz, throws out in the flat, catch is made, looking for some blocks and trying to get outside. He does turn the corner, first down for Valdosta State, still on his feet all the way down to the 47. Going left to right. Take the toss sweep, hands off the running back, trying to run him down from behind, and he's going to go down. Quarterback keeps it, going to pitch it, gets a block, and then he gets down to the 10, the 5, it's going to be a touchdown. Snap, Caleb looks out in the flat, throws out there, catch is made. Nice throw and a good catch here by Rashmil Young. Going blitz. There's a snap, Caleb hands it off. Austin has the first down to 40, 45, all the way down to just short of the 50-yard line. Caleb keeps it, breaks a tackle to 45, trying to get to the corner. He does, and is going to get knocked out of bounds about 2 yards short of the first down. Motion. Quarterback keeps and hands it off, and the fullback this time is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Toss sweep at the 10. We got people out there, and he's not going to go this time. Motion the other way. Quick toss fakes. He got wide open territory. He wants to throw. Does tipped and intercepted by Valdosta State's Larry Murphy. Kenny Murphy with the interception. Excuse me. Motion the other way. Quick toss fakes. He got wide open territory. He wants to throw. Does tipped and intercepted by Valdosta State's Kenny Murphy with the interception. Be careful. Cedric with the ball. Cedric at the 10. Cedric at the 15 and goes down hard at the 19. Quarterback keeps it, and he's going to be hit back there. He's going to lose a yard. Back fakes, rolls back, wants to throw downfield. He does throw downfield and intercepted again by Valdosta State, and that's 24. Kenny Moore with the interception at the 45-yard line. Inside a minute 15 to go. Quick snap, wants to throw, getting pressure, and then he throws. He's got Austin at the 40, 35, 30. Down there trying to get to the 25, and he does. And that's good, holds good. Good, it's good.
Coach, you're going into the locker room with your 7-6 lead in a low-scoring game, 2 field goals for us, a touchdown for them. But I really didn't get not a good feel myself. I just didn't really know what was going to happen because they were so, that defense was really surprised me. You said they were good, and they were good. But as you go into the locker room and you're talking to your team, what are you telling them?
Well, being down 1, we felt like that we left some opportunities out on the field, and we had to convert, especially when our defense was creating the turnovers for us, and then we weren't capitalizing on those. And I think a lot of that we just had to settle down as an offensive unit and kind of regroup ourselves a little bit. There was a lot of different looks that they were giving us that we weren't used to seeing. And our guys weren't handling that very well. We finally settled down a little bit and started to handle those. And that's what we addressed at the half, is just relax, play your game. Have fun playing this game. We felt like we had a better football team than they did. We had some opportunities to make plays. We just weren't doing it. We just needed to make those plays.
Well, and they came out in the second half, a little more scoring on the board, a little more excitement for the fans and stuff. And it was not a huge crowd. Students were out. I think they said about 4,200, but it was very, very, very noisy. I mean,
that was a very noisy stadium. It's a beautiful stadium, the way they have it set up with the brick around there and kind of semicircled around the stadium. But it was very loud, and in times that they were making plays and were having to make stops on defense, it was extremely loud up there, and we were having to make some adjustments on some calls because we were having a hard time hearing a couple of things. But great fans up there. They were great hosts for us, and that was a great place to play.
All right, Coach, we'll be back with the second half, and there's some really exciting highlights you're going to see in this one. Back in just a moment.
My name's Connor Weatherington. I play wide receiver. I'm from Jonesboro, Georgia, and you're watching the David Dean Show.
All right, Coach, we start with the 1-point deficit. Both teams scored 7 points in the third quarter. Theirs was an interception.
Yeah, we just made a poor decision, throw the ball right to them, and they return it for a touchdown. And we were playing good defense. We just made a great stop, forced them on a third down to lose yardage and took them out of field goal range, which they ended up having to punt down in there. And, to give them that free gift after our defense had made such a great stop was very disheartening. But, it's amazing. You look at our kids on the sideline and they never panicked. They never started to point fingers. They just kept playing the game and playing hard. And we just felt like at some point something was going to happen and something was going to change in that game.
And you came back fairly quickly, had a nice drive, six plays, 40 yards, 2.5 minutes off the clock, and Cedric scores on a 2-yard run.
Well, we had a big throw and catch. Caleb throws one down to Chris Anderson, who makes a diving catch down on the 12-yard line, and then we go in and score from there and kick the extra point and cut it back to a 14-13 deficit. And then, the thing that we had to do was we had to find a way to make another stop, and I think our defense came out and did that.
And then we stop and get another Anthony field goal to get us back in front. Mm-hmm. And then a little bit later on, we get another one on Cedric's 26-yard touchdown run, which was another one of the good Cedric runs.
What a beautiful run. We were up 16-14 at that time, and he breaks through and gets into the secondary. We caught him in man coverage. Our guys did an outstanding job out wide of recognizing the man coverage and separating the middle of the field and leaving him one-on-one with the safety, and he makes him miss, and he runs it into the end zone. And that was big because that put us up by 9 points at that time.
And, we mentioned another 45-yard field goal from Pastelli. I think I missed that one a little bit, but that was another good drive, short drive, 7 plays, 27 yards, but it took 2.5 minutes off the clock.
Well, that was the big key, was keeping their offense off the field and again, forcing them to drive the length of the field. They're not used to throwing the ball, so when they're moving the ball, they're running it and taking a lot of time off the clock. And their last touchdown drive that they put together when we were up 23-14 took a lot of time off the clock. Even though they scored, they took probably 6 or 7 minutes off the clock, and there was only about 2 minutes left when they finally did score.
All right, let's take a look at those highlights.
Anthony kick, it's going to be relatively short at about the 7-8 yard line to the 15-20, and he's going to be just about tackled there. And nice good tackle there by Golf Ivy, trailing 7-6. Quarterback keeps it again. Toss, fake the toss sweep, give it to the big fullback. He's trying to get outside. The Blazers are chasing him, and he's not going to get in. A good tackle by Isaiah Gresham. Keeps the ball himself, tosses at the last minute, and then he's brought down again. Good another play there by Valdosta State. They're going to go for it, and he tosses it, and not going to get it. Just to throw for it. Intercepted, threw it right to him, and that's going to take it back for the touchdown. Going to hand it off the right side, and big fullback number 3, Chris Robinson, gets a little bit, not much. Drops back, wants to throw, looking, he wants to run. He's going to go down. Good job by Valdosta State's defense.
Charmaine Washington.
That's there. Line drive punt. Should have a chance here at the 39. Gets a block, trying to get outside, trying to get to the corner. He turns the corner. He's at the 50, the 45, the 40. There's a Nick Bergman return all the way inside their 40-yard line. Rolling out. Needs to throw. Throws downfield, and it's caught there for the catch. What a great throw and a catch. Snap, rolls that way, throws out in the flat, catch is made by Bolton, breaks a tackle, gets down to the 5, the 4-yard line. 7 seconds on the play clock. They're blitzing. Cedric up the middle, touchdown, there's a flag though. Caleb with the snap, looks right, throws right, catch made, has the first down. Nice job there by Valdosta State's Roshmel Young. Austin with it at the 40, cuts inside, gets crossed, and gets another first down.
Dick.
Snap and hold it good.
Kick is good. I'm going to catch it. Great job. Great job.
Right through the middle. Pastelli does it again. Motion. Quarterback keeps it, and the ball's out. The Blazers have it.
Blazers got it. Blazers have it.
Goes out there to Cedric. He's at the 50. Stops, cuts back into 45, 44-yard line. Cedric with the catch, has some room, and gets the first down. He snap. Cedric still in speed. He's going to take it in for the touchdown. Cedric O'Neal. Quarterback drops back. He wants to throw, wants to go downfield, and intercepted by Isaiah Gresham at the 35. It is still a 2-possession game. Bad snap. Gets it off. Good job by Pastelli.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Now maybe it hit one of them guys. Great job on there by Pastelli down to the 14. Okay. Cedric with the ball and on the ground. With the ball close to the first down. Drops back, of course he wants to throw, he does throw. They're just trying to get in field goal position. 4th down and 3, clock stopped at 24 seconds. Watch for that big fullback. Motion, he's going to throw it, he's looking, he throws out here, throws it away, and it'll do it!
Coach, it's a great win, 23-21. 3rd straight week we've won by 2. And Bill Muntz, when I got here, said when we were up 9, I was worried, but when it got to 2, I felt we were in good shape.
Well, people around here aren't very superstitious, but yeah, it was a great win. Again, my hat's off to our football team and all the adversity that they faced. We had quite a trip going up there. Our bus broke down. We had to adjust our meal schedule. Had to change where we were eating so they could fix the bus while we were eating. But our kids never got off course. They stayed focused on the task at hand. We went up there and played in front of a hostile environment, played a great football game, played a great football team, class organization, and we're just proud to walk away with the victory.
I just want to mention a couple of guys real quickly defensively. Tavares Williams with 11 tackles. Isaiah made 2, an interception, and that strip that he caused a fumble, and he stripped it and got it himself in midair.
Right.
And then created 5 turnovers for them, which is a lot for that football team, I think.
Well, they're not used to turning the ball over. They do a very good job of holding on to the ball, especially with all the exchanges that they make with the dive and the pitch. They don't normally turn those balls over, but the 3 interceptions that we had in the game were big, and then the 2 strips that we had also were big because they both set up scores. And credit to our defense. Again, they gave up yards again, but they don't give up the scores, and that's what makes the difference.
Oh, it absolutely does. And it just is it was a good game. They just made plays like they've done all season. You know, you worried about them a little bit, and then they make a big play and stops them. But a great win for Valdosta State, 23-21, to beat an undefeated team. And we're where we want to be one more time here.
Well, we survived, and we have another opportunity to play again, and we're excited about it. And you know, at this time, it's just survive and advance. And for 2 straight weeks, we've done that.
All right, we'll be back with the Drury Inn and Suite scoreboard in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Darrell White, a defensive lineman from Stone Mountain, Georgia, and you're watching the David Dean Show. Go Blazers.
Welcome back to the Drury Inn and Suite scoreboard. And Coach, I'm going to give some scores here. First of all, I want to mention the region, Super Region 4, is the region that Valdosta State will be playing in next week, we hope. But Colorado State University, Pueblo, and Old Dominican are playing in that. CSU defeated Angelo State 52-14, and Ohio Dominican 46-33 over Ferris State. I don't know if you're familiar with any of those schools. Angelo State, we are.
Well, I'm familiar with Angelo State. We played those guys for the last 2 years. But Colorado State Pueblo is a team that throws the ball quite a bit, and they're putting up a lot of yardage. One of our coaches, Coach Roper, was in the league with Ohio Dominican last year and says they're pretty much of a running team. So, you know, they are a team that I think has come on the last couple of years and played very, very well. But our big key this week and focus has got to be on West Georgia. You know, they're a very good football team. They're probably one of the hottest teams in the country right now. We may be the second hottest team in the country. So that's going to be a heck of a football game. And, you know, I talked to Andy Mickashon and Coach Will Hall, their head football coach, earlier this week. And I said, wouldn't it be great to have an all Georgia Southeast region or Region 2 final? And lo and behold, here we got it.
Yeah, they handled Delta State 37-27, beat them twice this year.
That's not easy to do.
And over there, and Delta State, maybe Delta State, our opponent, we always struggle with, and West Georgia has a pretty good time with them over the last few years.
Well, they have. West Georgia has their number, and rightly so. They got a lot of good athletes and play them very well, play them with a lot of confidence. And that's a heck of a win for West Georgia to go over to Delta after traveling the week before to Montgomery and beating Tuskegee, and then having to get back on the bus and go back over and play at Delta State, which is not an easy place to play, very, very windy place. And, you know, hats off to them. They did an outstanding job, and really excited about having the state of Georgia representing this region.
All right, we'll be back with the Georgia Farm Bureau look ahead in just a moment.
At VSU, we're fired up. We spark intellect. On a cool campus. In a hot college town. We fan the spirit with national championships. And fuel your fun side. Valdosta State University. Ignite!
Welcome back to the Georgia Farm Bureau Look Ahead. And Coach, we've talked a little bit about it already, but West Georgia, Valdosta State, I'm sure where everybody saw the brackets, they say that Delta State and Lenoir-Rhyne, that's going to be a good game for the region.
Well, guess what? It's not going to happen. And, you know, again, you can't say enough about our football team and the way that they have approached the last part of this season, winning the last 6 games, really 5 of those 6 on the road, and then having to go on the road for 2 straight weeks and win on the road to get to where we are now. You know, we talked about West Georgia probably being the hottest team in the country right now, and we may be second or third behind them. But credit to those guys. You know, their only losses this year were to us and to North Alabama, and that was a shootout with North Alabama, and really could have won that game, we felt like. And then our losses were to Delta State and to North Alabama. So, you know, that's going to be 2 good football teams, very well represented in this region. And it's going to be a heck of a shootout. You know, we're going to have to play very, very well to come away with a victory.
You always talk about having to play somebody twice in the same year. We did it against West Alabama when Will Hall was there. They beat us here, then we beat them in the playoffs. What makes it so difficult to do that? It's just the motivation with the losing team?
Well, it is. You know, you always carry that fire throughout the year and want another opportunity to go against them. You know, we carried that against North Alabama. We wanted to avenge that loss, and we were able to do that. You know, credit West Georgia. I'm sure Delta State felt the same way about playing West Georgia, and West Georgia was able to hold those guys off and beat them 2 straight times. So we're gonna face that this week. They're gonna be mad. They're gonna come down here, and you throw the score out of the game last time. They kind of had one of those Murphy's Law games where everything that could go bad went bad, and they just caught us at a time that we were really starting to get on our roll. But again, it's going to be a great football game. We're going to have to play a team that is very, very hot, very well coached, and has a lot of great athletes. The state of Georgia is loaded with athletes, as you can see, and that's the reason that those 2 schools are playing for the region championship.
I know I guess you still swap films. Do you really see anything different that you already didn't know about each other?
Well, not a whole bunch. They're doing some things differently now because of kind of an identity that they're developed, and we're doing some things different because of an identity that we've developed. But for the most part, it's all going to come down to the blocking, the tackling, making sure that we have our guys in the right position and calling the right plays at the right time. So, there's not going to be a whole bunch different. It's just going to be line up, smash mouth football, and best team's going to come out with a victory.
Well, Coach, we're all proud of what you players have done, and the coaches and the hours that you guys put in is awesome. And to get to this point is exciting, and we look forward to having a home game finally after 5 or 6 weeks. And we hope we expect a good crowd Saturday. There's really no reasons not to come. Georgia's not playing. The SEC championship game's not till Saturday night. So, come out and watch. You're going to see 2 really, really good football games. It's going to be an exciting weekend for Valdosta State. And again, congratulations to the football team for getting to this point. So for the head coach, David Dean, I'm Dick Rocky. Have a great week.